Hi, welcome to the Lisa Saunders Show. You're going to be excited because today I have a repeat guest because she's such a fabulous singer. She sings about Connecticut and all kinds of issues. And this is Debra Lynn Alt, the former lead singer for the Rolling Stone magazine's house band, who now writes and performs not only love and life songs for concerts, but for worthy causes. Debra's newly released photography CD gift book set, Each Moment We're Alive, offers inspiration to those facing cancer by combining life-affirming music with the award-winning travel and nature images of her late friend, Monica Baer. Welcome, Debra.
Thank you, Lisa.
Did I say Monica's last name correctly, Baer?
Yes,
okay.
Actually, she goes by Monica Schwartz Baer.
Oh, okay. Your new CD and gift book set is a project you began with Monica. How many years ago?
5 years ago we began it.
Okay. In fact, when you released a limited softcover version of it with the title CD, it received this review from Sandy Con Shelton of Books of New Haven that I totally agree with. She wrote, "Every now and then a book comes along that just reaches out and changes the way you see your life. Debra gives melodic dialogue to not just the person empathizing or sympathizing with battling cancer, but for us all." And I figure that's really true because I've had my own set of troubles, as many people do. It may not be cancer, but it may be something where you have to truly cherish each moment you're alive and not think about tomorrow or your worries and just to grab each moment. And I just want to know what inspired you to do this.
Well, actually, I'm glad you brought that up because the idea that we're all survivors of life, whether it's people that survived 9/11 or various problems in life and cancer surviving, it's all really coming down to cultivating gratitude for life. And cancer just happened to be the disease and the predicament in front of me that inspired me, because Monica came to me all those years ago and my father had just died from cancer. And there's so much I can say about this, and I would love to take this opportunity to show the video that tells the story, the making and the story of the musical and photographic story of Each Moment We're Alive.
I love the video. Yes. And I'm looking forward to showing it. My husband, Jim, loved it. He watched it over and over.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was really touched.
Sweet.
So we'll watch it. All of you can watch it with us.
Great. Thank you. Each moment we're alive, and every breath we take is a gift. It's a chance for us to enjoy love, beauty, and friendships. My friend Monica was a photographer, and she was so full of life and passionate about capturing the beauty of the world with her camera. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I write songs for different causes, so it was natural for Monica to ask me to write a song to help inspire cancer survivors. And musically, that became Each Moment We're Alive. For each moment we're alive, for every breath with every sigh, how the world will be so different from now on. Monica was a remarkable presence at American Cancer Society Relays for Life and other survivor events, and she truly loved the song. We were a great team. First, she would speak inspirationally, and then I would sing as she led other survivors to sing along. Monica really thought she'd beaten cancer for the second time after a 5-year remission, but it came back with a vengeance. It was then that we decided to combine her award-winning photographs with the song lyrics. It became a marriage of our passions, her photos and my music. My friend was gone, but cancer certainly was not. It further invaded my life, taking even more friends and family, too. My dad had died from leukemia and my mom from lymphoma. I cared more deeply than ever about the song and about creating a tribute to so many I loved. Some say cancer cannot cripple love, shatter hope, or be anything. Meanwhile, I went to a Hay House publishing conference to learn more about publishing the book, and there Dr. Wayne Dyer asked me to sing the song in front of hundreds of people in the audience, and it was really well received. It was really exciting.
It's a beautiful title. What did you write it?
I did.
Do you sing it?
I do.
Sing it. Each moment we're alive.
Each moment we're alive.
I mean, a lot of people in here with cancer, including me.
Okay, I can do that.
Good.
Okay. She doesn't want your sympathy or anything that makes her feel a victim. From everything that can inspire, in trust that life will give us what we need. In each moment we're alive.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Wayne Dyer's endorsement now graces the cover of the book. That amazing, exciting experience at the conference inspired me to make the best possible recording of the song, and where better than Nashville, Tennessee? My goal was to record the song along with others for my new album to be included with the book. Please turn up for sympathy. The world-class musicians that I work with quickly caught my vision. It's so much fun to feel the song take shape as the tracks are laid down. Everyone in the studio tuned into what we were doing. We were creating and releasing a burst of positive energy into the world. Each moment we're alive became the song I dreamed it would be. I still love singing it every chance I get. For each moment we're alive, for every breath with every sigh. My goal is to continue to inspire and encourage people touched by cancer through my music and Monica's images, to enjoy and savor each and every moment that we possibly can. I know we haven't stopped cancer yet, but we can still stand up and cheer for each moment we're alive. Thank you all. In each moment we're
Wow. Just watching the video is very, very moving. Such a good use of images. And those are all Monica's images telling your story of how it came together. Just like when the cancer came back with a vengeance, you threw up her picture of the Maiden in the Mist and
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls, this torrent. And the video itself is fabulous.
Oh, thanks. I really love putting it together. It was such a great challenge to find a way to tell the story, because the story is so rich for me and so emotional on so many levels that it actually came together when I was about to leave for Nashville to make the recording. And a friend, one of the women who helped with the video, suggested that I get some footage while I was down there. And I thought, what a great idea. I never would have thought of that. And then once I was there and got that footage, then it came together. I thought, well, let's just use this to tell the story, because there's nothing like photographs and music together, just like the book, to tell a story. So I'm really excited about the video. I can send it everywhere now electronically.
I have goosebumps again
Aww.
just watching it, because so many things came together. Like, first of all, how did you even think how you taped when you gave that concert, impromptu song in front of Dr. Wayne? How did that happen?
That was amazing. At the conference, people were coming up to me afterwards, because it was such a magical moment that Wayne Dyer, who I was so fortunate to have met. I mean, of course, I wasn't to know that that was his last birthday. Well, actually, he turned 75, right at the time of the concert of the conference. And what I did was, people gave me their cards, and someone suggested that I go to the people that were running the sound for the Hay House conference. And it's a big industry, big company, Hay House. They were live streaming it already. So they suggested that I bring a 6-pack of beer to the guys behind the board and ask them if they'll give me a recording. But it was a combination of that.
So
and
all those things that you just
and then
happened to have on there.
And someone sent me from their iPhone even some footage. So I don't even remember which part went onto the video. It was just like collecting everything at once. It was really exciting.
Well, you told a wonderful story in this 5-minute video. It is really rich. And like having people, people were giving you a standing ovation.
Oh, that was, I can't even tell you what that felt like. And I remember watching the video, like, I should have let them continue to stand up and clap. Why did I open my mouth so quickly?
I know, that's
as soon as you start to talk, then they start to sit down.
Right. I know my dad was always yelling at me because we would perform my show together, and he'd yell at me because I'd get people laughing. He goes, but then you start talking again. That stops the laughter.
Right.
So, and he died of cancer. So
yeah.
this, and that was a shock how it suddenly came to be. And so your project means even more to me. Because I was able to talk to him about it, as he's sick in the hospital. We didn't know which way it was going to go, but we kept hope. We just wanted to keep hope alive. And I feel like, because doctors told us basically if you give up hope, you're gone. And he was a fighter, and he's going to keep his hope, even though it was very, far along. But it was great to talk about your work, because your work is hope. And I think without hope, we can't get through to the next day almost.
Hope, and I think reminders that in each moment, and hopefully that's not too many that are painful or discomforting, but to have those moments of gratitude for what we do have, and to be able to stop and say, wow, the breeze in my hair feels really good, or the sun on my shoulders, or whatever that moment brings, whether it's looking at the face of a loved one or a beautiful image. That's something Monica really taught me, to look at things visually differently.
Well, her images really you can feel that about her.
Yes.
Because she's just looking, some of the images are just so sweet, and I can feel the relationship between the people in it, or the animals. I love the snuggle time one.
Oh, now I'm getting goosebumps, because I just have so many great memories of Monica just stopping wherever we were and to say, oh, look at that butterfly, or let's capture that hummingbird, and moments that you wouldn't even think you could capture. And well, I'm excited to share the images in the book. There's some fabulous examples here. I wonder if we could just randomly, the osprey one.
We'll hold it up to your, like that. In case
she captured this osprey bringing a fish to the babies, and the stories under each image tell of how she had that experience that day, where it took her hours to be able to capture that moment.
I like that. And that's another thing I like about your book, is that there aren't a lot of words. Because I'm a writer and I have a lot of books, but I know people's faces fall when they see a thick book. But that's a nice thin one where you're really getting, a picture does tell 1,000, is worth 1,000 words. And so she's got a few words that tell you, so you're enjoying the image, but her words are telling you what's going on in her head while she's photographing
if you should want to read the story.
And I just think it's wonderful.
Well, thanks. I think the other thing that makes this really unique, I feel, is that what we did was she picked the images, and we picked 36 images because for us it was meaningful that it was a denomination of Chai, which is 18 and symbolizes life. So there are 36 images. And what we did was, once she picked, and she had a plethora of images to choose from.
And she's an award-winning photographer.
Oh, yeah.
She's not just your gal with an iPhone.
Exactly.
When I saw her images on her website and all the awards she's won, these are stunning images.
So we found a way together, and that was really fun, to pick the images that somewhat went with the lyrics of the song. So actually the lyrics of the song go all the way through the book, and next to each section of the lyric is a picture that we thought had some kind of synchronicity.
Like which would you say?
This is one of my favorite examples. Some say we're closer to a cure each day, but still my body turns away to betray me. And then it went with this image that she discovered, these 3 monks
with their turned away from the camera.
The Niagara Falls. So
it didn't dawn on me to look for that. So
it's
thanks
really
for
kind
the
of
inside
it's
scoop.
Subtle and fun.
I know there's so
kind
much
of fun.
to do with this little book to really
and it's
ponder.
A great gift, and it comes with my latest CD, which I love to tell people about because it was a wonderful inspiration to put together the images for Monica to leave a legacy, which was so important to her. And I promised her I would find a way to get a hardcover book out there.
That's really touching that you remembered your promise. It's a lot of work to do this. And I know you looking at the color to make sure you're having to be her eyes now, looking at the color to make sure that's done correctly.
It was a lot of work.
You honored your promise to her, and I feel like it's really going to help a lot of people. It already helped me. Like I said, I enjoyed it. My husband enjoys it. A lot of people I know already that we're going to have on another show really enjoy it. It's going to mean a lot. And I think it means a lot because you can feel your heart and soul in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you interviewed people, going through cancer, surviving cancer. You interviewed them to come up with the words of your song.
That was the origin of it, actually. Monica had asked me to meet a group of survivors that were her friends, and we sat around in her living room and discussed it. And they just shared their stories. And what I really looked for as a songwriter, and I remember jotting down all these notes in my little book, were things that captured their experience, that served as a thread, as a common thread through all their stories. And ultimately what it was they all wanted, with passion, to share their feeling that, look, I'm working so hard to stay alive. This precious gift of staying alive should not be something that you realize and appreciate just because you have a potentially life-threatening disease, but rather there's this gratitude that we can have right now. And it was so powerful. I mean, I tried to use some of the phrases that they used in the song as lyrics. For example, I was in so much pain, and I don't think that this should be all in vain. I can't believe I went through all this pain to say that it's all been in vain. And I remember that came through me because of what they were saying, and watching my parents, who both died from cancer, to see how hard it was. And yet these people came out with a sense of purpose that was so, so palpable, and I just wanted to capture it. And I just feel great that the song really does that, and so many people have reinforced that.
Well, you caught me at the opening lines of we don't want your sympathy. Because I can relate to that, being the mother of a severely handicapped child that people would stare at. I'm thinking, this doesn't do me any good if you, we feel so sorry for you, or give her a sad face, because you're going to bring me down. She didn't know enough to be brought down. But when I would try to get across to people, don't feel sorry for us. Elizabeth loves to have her cheek stroked. I mean, these are all the things that she loves. Come, I'll teach you how to interact with her. And I love that line in your song, because I think everybody nobody wants to feel pitied, because then it brings you down. And I
love the way you tell about how you used to take Elizabeth out when she was feeling up to it, and you put on, what did she have in red that matched the convertible?
Right, because I have a red convertible, and I got her red sunglasses. Right, so I put the sunglasses,
Oh, I love
and I
that.
drive her to school. And here's a severely, she was quadriplegic, she had a very small head, but she'd be pulling up and in her convertible, and they'd be pulling her wheelchair out to get her in, strap her in, but she just felt cool,
Yeah.
She's got with the breeze in her face.
I love that.
She loved life, and I feel like your book is about enjoying life, because honestly, even if you just had a physical and have a clean bill of health, reality is we never know.
Exactly.
Our last day.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to be depressive here, but I think it helps you grab to the moment, because, okay, I haven't been hit by a car. Let's go.
It's true. I mean, remember how 9/11 brought that consciousness out for us in a way that nothing else had, really? Wow, this could be the last time I'll see that person.
Right. So be
leaving.
Nice. I think you should be nice to people.
Yeah.
Say a kind word to them. Do
kind,
your best
be compassionate,
to
be grateful.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, we keep talking about your song. Please go ahead and just play it straight through, because your video just kind of gives us snippets.
With pleasure. Please don't offer sympathy. It's hard for me to hear how you feel sorry. Some say we're closer to a cure each day, but still my body turns away to betray me. What I really want is for you to know just what it is when my story is told that sustains me. It's a strength that somehow makes its way through all the words and the simple faith that I'll make it. Some say cancer cannot cripple love, shatter hope, or be anything but angry. When you work so hard to stay alive, you need a reason pushing you to strive to keep going. It's a message, it's a wake-up call, it's a plea to understand it all and find meaning. For the scary roller coaster ride and the hope that never leaves my side for long. In each moment we're alive, with every chance we let slip by. There's something to remind us why we're here. In each moment we're alive, in what it takes to have survived. The beauty of our presence is so clear. Counting off my milestones, count on friends and loved ones to stick by me. I'll keep holding on to miracles, better still the strength of will to beat this. I can't believe I went through all this pain. Say that it's been all in vain, it's changed me. Now I spread the word of what I know, what it means to take it slow and be grateful. For each moment we're alive, for every breath with every sigh, how the world will be so different from now on. In each moment we're alive, I want to fill my heart's desire, toss caution to the wind and reach beyond. In each moment we're alive, we follow joy, we carry pride, power to be all we're meant to be. In each moment we're alive, from everything that can inspire, trust that life will give us what we need. In each moment we're alive.
It's hard to talk after that.
Wow, thanks.
I never get, that's really, I've heard it many times on your CD, but hearing it live is really special.
Thanks, Lisa. I know you really appreciate it. You've been a great support system and fan and great friend, and it means a lot to know that you really get it and appreciate helping me share it.
Well,
really
your soul is in it, and your soul's really in all your work. Cancer's not the only cause you wrote for. You have several causes on top of fun songs that are ridiculous, you know what I mean? And some very tender love songs.
I think that's a compliment.
Yeah, well, like I said, because we do have in our TV audience, we will not show them,
right?
But we're going to have, we have Yankees fans and Red Sox fans, and you have a song that addresses that.
Yes. Oh, this is a fun song. I'm glad you brought it up. This is my Connecticut song. I know Lisa really loves this one. And especially now that being in Connecticut and New England is so beautiful. So I wrote this song for the state of Connecticut. And what makes it fun is that it was really hard to think of words that rhyme with Connecticut. So then I thought of, as a New Yorker, I will call the state of Connecticut where New England begins. That was just the New Yorker's perspective.
What, so does stuff rhyme with begins then? Or how did you...
Well, that just became the refrain, where New England begins.
All right, we only have 5 minutes, so this will have to be your last song.
Okay. I was a single city girl, just following her heart. Had enough of urban life, out to make a brand new start. Something fresher, cleaner, kinder, more air beneath my wings. Loaded up my car, and little girl with all our things, I set out to find where New England begins. New England begins where the steeples and the greens are proudly framed by landmark towns. New England begins when the car horns and the crowds finally fade away and settle down. New England begins where the city lines get blurred and the wetlands and marinas hug the shore. New England begins where the church bells can be heard while you're chatting with the folks that live next door. Pumpkins on our front porch, kids are playing in the snow. In the community that's welcoming, our roots begin to grow. Made new friends at school bus stops with our coffee mugs in hand. The days are sweet and full here, I'm liking where I am. There's a way of life where New England begins. New England begins with fields and roadside stands, with husky banners waving husky pride. New England begins where the Sox and Yankee fans can be found together, cheering side by side or fighting.
Yeah, really.
New England begins where the walls are made of stone, and the autumn reds and yellows are aflame. New England begins where the rivers weave their way to the sound on a long midsummer's day. My home is where New England begins. Here it is, Connecticut is where New England begins.
Wow, that is cute.
Thank you. I love playing that
Thanks so
song.
much for coming. We didn't get through any of the other songs we were going to play, but if people Google you on YouTube, they will find you because you were on an earlier show, and you're coming back next week because we have a lot more to talk about.
Oh, good.
Thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for joining us on the Lisa Saunders Show. See you next week.